the values and principles of public service, where they need to be regional balance. They need to be equal opportunities to all Kenyans. How will Kenyans feel that this is equal when we're already making jokes about the way to get a job is to greet Yamune? You know, it should not be like that. That should not be the case. And this is a leadership issue. It starts from the top. Can the president lead by example? We understand, yes, he had people who supported his campaign and backed him up. But now this is about Kenya and about Kenyans. And it cannot be just, closed down to the people who supported him. No, we all pay tax. We all have an equal right to this country. Nobody has more rights than the other. But we need to see it from a leadership perspective. Can he take charge and change this? He talked about we focus so much on ethnic politics. But we do that because of the perception that it is only through this ethnic support and ethnic politics that we will get an opportunity. Achieng mentioned that maybe also one of the reasons that the two top tribes that have received maybe government appointments are Kalenjin and Kikuyu. Maybe it's also because all the presidencies we've had since Kenya's independence has been either Kalenjin or Kikuyu. Perhaps that is part of the reason why it is also like that, which also just pushes that narrative of, oh, maybe then if we had a Kisi president, maybe then we would have more. Or maybe if we had a Luhya president, maybe then we would have more Luhyas. And it just pushes people back to the ethnic, politics. And we cannot focus on issues because we are all looking for opportunities. But how do people get opportunities in government? It starts by who do you know there or who knows you there. If you don't know anybody, oh my goodness, you are at a disadvantage. And I've seen this trend, especially with, it's more prevalent among Gen Z. A lot of them now don't like using their surnames. So someone will say, if you ask them, what's your name? Jane Mary, Rose, I don't know, Charlene, something. It's like they don't like to use their surnames because more and more it feels like maybe if I said the wrong surname, it will disqualify me from an opportunity. So I would rather use maybe my two English names so that you cannot place where I'm from and you do not close me off to an opportunity before before you see whether I am qualified or not. And it should not be like that. Our cultural diversity, our ethnicities are something we should embrace, are something that should be an advantage for Kenya, not a disadvantage. But when it gets to a place where you feel like my ethnic community or where I come from might, close me off from opportunities, then people start to, you don't want to say it openly or you don't want to introduce yourself, with where you come from because you don't know. If the boss is maybe Kisi and you're not, and maybe they're looking for a Kisi and they know that you're not, then chances that you wouldn't get the job, are high, maybe. So this thing, President William Ruto needs to lead from the front. He needs to lead from the front, even as he's pushing for, saying we want more taxes. Personally, I want to see stop gaps in corruption, in issues of corruption. If they're serious about austerity measures, let it be across the board, not in some areas and not some areas. If we can stop some of these leakages, maybe, just maybe, he can get more goodwill from Kenyans to support these things. But trying to push us into taxes where we are not seeing where the money is going, and even the people benefiting from those taxes are not us, are people from Rift Valley and Mount Kenya who are shareholders of government, then let them pay taxes so that they can get all the government jobs and, sort themselves out. Don't make us then pay for them to ride in choppers that are not taxed.
Sylvia, are you a shareholder?